coming to you live today, fresh off the yoga mat in front of the camera, because I wanted to speak to you today. If you're like me and you struggle a bit with visualizing your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, it's really weird because I have a really active imagination. Like, since I was a child, I've always had a really, really active imagination. But I've found myself in the sort of last few years really struggling with visualizing things that are important to me. So there's a few, dare I say it, hacks that I've had to think of, or rather, I'm not a fan of the term hack. But yeah, there's some workarounds that I've had to find, especially being a coach. As I work with my clients, it's really, really important for me to be able to visualize what they're sharing with me, to really be able to step inside that vision of what they're sharing with me, be it a past experience that they've had, something they've experienced recently, or something that they want to have happen. So that's what I'm really excited about talking to you here today. Like I said, I'm fresh off the yoga mat, literally just got off that, haven't even put that away. Let me show you. There it is on the floor. Excuse my messy office. There you go. So I'm fresh off the yoga mat and here with you today. So it's really, really important that I share this. So do say hello if you're here with me live. And do say hello if you're watching this on the replay as well. You know I always want to hear from you. You know that I always want this to be an interactive conversation, not just me speaking at you. So let's have a conversation together, because I want to hear if you struggle with visualization as well. I struggle with even saying the word, right? So it's trouble for me. Anissa's saying, what a fab office. Oh, thank you so much. A little bit not quite how it is, a little bit messy, but hey, it's what it is, right? I made it work. I made it into a studio, made it into a bit of a office / bedroom, a bit of everything really. So it's multi-purpose. But anyway, let's get to the conversation today. So yeah, tell me, Anissa, in the comments, is visualization something that you struggle with? Do you struggle when it comes to visualizing your dreams or your goals or your aspirations? Or you like, nah, got it sorted, I know what I'm doing on that front, it just comes to me just like that? Because I can assure you it does not come to me just like that. And it's something that, as I said, I really want to share with you here today, as to things that I've had to use instead. So just first off the bat, the term visualization, I don't really resonate with. It feels too cerebral for me. It feels like I'm thinking about it too much. So straight off the bat, I changed that terminology for me, and I started to think of it as envisioning. And what I really love about that is it's borrowing from the origination of that word. So I always like to look into the etymology of words, and envision. So I'm not even going to try and do a French accent here, but it means in vision, right? Inside of a vision. So that automatically feels so much better, because it means like I can step inside of that world. And as my coach David Saville, part of the coach training that I did, he really encouraged us to almost like put on a VR headset and step inside of that world. So whatever you can call upon to be inside of that vision, use it. Whether you are really kind of focused on smells, for example. If smell is quite a sensory, quite an activating sense for you, then use that. If you feel that touch is really important, then try inside of that world, try to touch things. try to smell them if that's your way of connecting. Whatever it is, out of the senses, try and tap into them a bit more. So this takes us out of just thinking like it's a passive process where I just sit there and I almost imagine that I'm like watching a film, right? And it's all happening in front of me. Encourage yourself to step inside of the vision. So envision it and use whatever senses you can, sensory hooks you can, to really get deeper into it. So as I said, the smell, the taste, the touch, all of those things, right? Sounds that you can hear. And he's just saying, I can visualize, but in all honesty, I have trouble believing in it. So that's another thing that we are going to cover here today as well, because yeah, it's all well and good being able to sit there and be inside of this vision and, you know, enjoying it and feeling fantastic. But when it feels so far away, when it feels at a distance, when it feels almost like we can but can't touch it, as the moment we step out of it, it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm just back to life as it is, and that was a great, wonderful experience, but what happens from there onwards, right? So this is really, really important for us to really use this process. Step into the vision, first and foremost. Use your senses to really help you get into it. So taste, touch, smell, all of those things, right? Now, one of the things that we will be doing in Activate 2022 when we begin next week is the very first week is called the Big Picture. The first week is called the Big Picture. Now, this week is really, really important for you. It's important for all of us, right? But it's important for you regardless of whether you have a dream that you're already really sure about, that you want to work on and you want to achieve, or you're feeling like, I'm not sure. You know, when you speak to me, Artie, about Activate 2022, it's a 4-week program to bring my most important dream for this year to life. Well, then what does that mean? You know, how would that apply to me? Because I'm not really, really sure. Now, I can tell you, I can guarantee that the process that I will take you through next week, from next Tuesday onwards, will have you be so clear about that vision. It's actually quite magical and beautiful. It's a process that I took myself through last summer. It's very much inspired by an excellent book called Done by Noon. I can't remember the author's name right now, but I really recommend that if you're an entrepreneur, you know, running your own business. But there was a process in there that the author takes us through that really, really inspired me. So I've kind of put my own spin on what really worked for me out of that exercise, and it's amazing because I'm so deeply connected to that vision that I created last summer, taking myself through that process. I remember as I wrote it, as I think back on it, it's actually really moving for me, really, really moving. And it's so easy now for me to be able to just think about that vision and it feel very fresh, very vibrant, like really, really, really real. And coming back to your point, Anissa, what you talked about here of like you have trouble believing in it, the beauty of this process is that it as I said, it feels real. It may feel far away. It may feel like, oh, okay, when, where, and how is that going to come to me? But the thing is, because we step inside of that vision, because we get really, really focused on the sensory aspect of it, it really starts to feel like this is a possibility. You know, and you may have heard me speak here often about, you know, this isn't about trying to sort of believe in ourselves or things like that, but this is about getting really practical, right? And when we have this vision that feels so, so real to us, there's things that we can latch onto within it that actually we can start to give some sort of practical application. There's things in there that we can latch onto that we can tangibly break down and put into practice. Now that's something that I'm going to share with you in tomorrow's live. But today, what I wanted to share with you is forget about the visualizing side of things. Now instead, think about really creating a vision, a world that you can step into by using your senses. And as I said, through Activate, next week when we start, week 1 is all dedicated to you being so clear about this vision, you being able to really feel it with every sense of your body, that you will walk away from it not questioning it, not even feeling like, how could that be possible? But instead feeling so fired up by it, so moved by it as I was, that it then sets you up so well for week 2 where we start to put it into action, right? So that's really, really what I wanted to share with you here today, that we have to give ourselves the opportunity to really take the time out to step into this vision. Now, I'm a really big advocate for, speaking things out loud. I think there's a real time and place for actively not getting distracted by a page, but actually speaking our dreams, speaking our goals out loud. But actually, I turn the tables a little bit next week when we do this work together. This is actually, when we do the painting of our big picture, we actually start with some writing. We actually begin that process with some writing, because it really starts to allow us to go off piste a little bit and not get worried that we're going to get lost. So I can see a question here from Anissa saying, what time are the Activate sessions? Great question, Anissa. And so they are once a week, Tuesday. So we begin next Tuesday and they start at 8 p.m. So I wanted to make this program really, really accessible for you all, so that, I know our lives are busy, right? It's January, we're stepping into February tomorrow. It's the beginning of the year. And we're thinking, where can we find the time to do this kind of work? I've wanted to make this really accessible for you. Hopefully this works for most time zones, but if it doesn't work for your time zone, what I can share with you is that as part of the package, you will also get the replay. So for whatever reason, if you can't join me live, you can watch the replay, which I make available within 24 hours. So you can begin that work as soon as possible. So they start at 8 p.m. GMT UK time. And we have 60 minutes together where we really go through this work. It's more of like a workshop element to it. It's not just me speaking at you for the whole 60 minutes, lecturing you, telling you what to do, but this is a really interactive process. So we'll be doing a lot of this work together. We'll be doing a lot of this envisioning work during week 1 together. So it's really, really creative, interactive, workshoppy kind of thing. So Bally Ocean 5 is saying 8 p.m. time zone, GMT, UK time. So I don't know how that works for where you're at, Bally Oceans, but I hope it works for you. And like I said, within 24 hours, it's usually way less than that. You will have that recording available, so you can dive into it straight away. And the bonus with that as well is that we have a private members community where we will all be talking and supporting each other between sessions as well. So from Tuesday to Tuesday when we meet each other, I won't just be with you for an hour and then leave you to your own devices. You can reach out to me in that time. You can reach out to your fellow activators and really be supported in that creation, in the creation of your big picture, your big vision. Right, so that's the beauty there as well. So yeah, if you have any more questions about the sort of format of the program, the logistics as well, please, this is absolutely your time to ask, because if you feel that Activate could really help you start to create. So what it is, it's 4 really interactive weeks. So I haven't created this program that just stretches out forever and ever and ever and ever. I want you within the next 4 weeks to be so clear about what it is that you need to start focusing on, but it doesn't just end there. Yes, you have that clarity, but then you need to know how to put it into action, right? Because sometimes we have this dream, we have this goal, and just the thought of it just feels so big, it feels so overwhelming. And we think, well, how do I even begin to put that into practice? How does that even become my life, right? And together we get that engine started, we break it right down, and that's what I'm going to be speaking to you about live here on Instagram tomorrow. So watch out for when I go live tomorrow. I'll try and do that 1 p.m. GMT. But what we do is we really break it down so it's so clear to you what you need to do and how to show up, because I think that's one of the things that a lot of goal setting exercises that I've done in the past and courses that I've done, it just misses that beat. It misses that, okay, set all these goals, but then what do you do with them? Like, how do you go about achieving them? So I'm not going to say to you, like, cast the net so wide and come out with a list of top 10 goals. With this program is all about really streamlining it down to what's most important to you to really begin this year. So this isn't about a 5-year vision or a 10-year vision. We use that longer term vision to inspire us if that is indeed what's important to us. But then we look at, okay, well, what part of that vision is available to me this year, right? This year, 2022. What out of that vision for 2022 is available for me to get started within these next 4 weeks? So if that does sound like it could really, really help you, then I want you there. I'm so excited about this program. Literally, it can apply to any area of your life, right? So whether that is your love life, whether you want to start dating, whether you want to have a break from dating, whether you want to improve your already existing relationship, whether you want to improve your finances, your health, your career. Maybe there's this like creative project that you've just been thinking about and just been sitting on because you feel a bit too scared to start it. You feel a bit nervous about the implications of doing something like that. Then I want to, if it's a vision that's important to you, then I want to help you bring that to life, right? If it's important to you, it's important to me. And so we look at the ways in which that can really start to manifest for you, right? And this is very, very practical. What you're going to get is practical guidance, practical help. This isn't just in the realm of airy-fairy woo-woo, where there's a time and place for that, 100%, right? But this is about practical, tangible action. Anyone who's watching this, either live or on the replay, that has done work with me in the past, you will know that I'm very much the coach that wants to see you put things into action. Yes, we talk about things. Yes, we discuss them, but I'm like the tangible action coach, if that's not such a catchy title, but it's really true. That's what it is. So I know I created this program because I really felt like I could do with this catalyst at the start of the year. So we'll be doing this together. Whatever I ask of you, I'll be asking of myself. You know, when you're sharing, I'm going to share as well. I'm going to share with you what I'm going to be working on. So we're really going to be in this team together. We're really, really going to be in this team together. So if this really appeals to you, if you really think now is the time for me to take things from being this beautiful imagination, this beautiful dream, to actually start to become a reality. If you feel, do you know what, I'm really going to regret getting to the end of this year and not having at least tried to put this dream into action, making this dream manifest in my life, if I'm really going to regret that, then this is the program for you. As I said, it's practical help, it's practical guidance. I won't just be talking at you, we will be interacting together. I should add there that this is happening online. Right, so these will be Zoom sessions. Hopefully we'll all be able to see each other and, you know, really interact together. I want you to be interactive in the chat, and that we really discuss these things together. And there'll be opportunities for some hot seat coaching as well in there. So I really get to tend to your dream. You know, it's not like a one size fits all approach. We will have this framework, we will have this guidance, but then we'll work out how does it apply to your situation and your situation. So how does it apply to your situation, Anissa? How does it apply to your situation in your dream Bali? How does it apply to your situation in your dream Asuru? So this is going to be really personalized as well, which is the beauty of doing this work in this way. So I really hope you'll be there. So if I haven't said it already, the link to join the program is in my bio. You'll see that there. Or if you want to note it down, it's www.iamarti, spelled ARTI, .co.uk/activate 2022. And because you're here live and you're watching live with me, use this code activate to get £50 off the total price of the program. So use that code, you'll get £50 off the total price of the program, and that means that it becomes even cheaper, so that makes it £200. But there's also there's payment plans there as well, so you can start from as little as £99 over 3 months. So it was really important to make this accessible as possible, because I know it can be a challenging time of year as well for us all. But I really want you to do the work. I'm not going to hide it. I really want you to do this with me. I really want you to start to put your dreams into action. Like I said, I want you to be my teammate, and I want to be your teammate on this journey together. So come along, join me, Activate 2022. We get started next Tuesday at 8 p.m. UK time GMT, or you can catch the replay as soon as I send it out, and you can interact in the members community there. Let's do this. Let's do this together. Let's totally transform the trajectory of this year, how it's going for you. Because literally, you know, it sounds really far-fetched. It sounds like I'm making a really big claim, but it literally takes one decision to completely change your life. We all know that. We've all had moments in our life where one decision has changed everything. One action has changed everything. Now imagine if the first decision you make and the first action you take is to join Activate, you've already transformed things. Then when we step into Activate, and we begin that first exercise in week 1 of what we've been discussing here today, you know, developing your vision, again, you'll transform and shift your life that much more. And we'll keep doing that, and we'll keep doing that over the 4 weeks together. So I'm so excited for you if you just decide to do this. It will be immense, it will be amazing. I want to go on this journey with you. I want you to go on this journey with me. Right, I think, have I said that enough? Right, so just some final thoughts for us here today before we go our separate ways. If you are having trouble with visualization, one of the things with visualization is that it can be very cerebral. We can almost kind of make it a picture that we're watching as opposed to something that we're actively in. So with that, think about the word envision. It means inside of a vision. So step inside of that vision by starting to use the sensory aspects wherever you can, right? So that's use taste, use touch, use smell, use sound, right? Use all of those things to really start to get clear on what it is that you are, what world it is that you want to step in. And that's where we start week 1. As I said, we'll get really clear on that, and I'll take you through, I'll guide you through a beautiful exercise that will literally move you into action. So let's do that. So just, if you're having trouble visualizing, envision instead, right? I'll leave you with that. I'll explain some more tomorrow when I go live. I will aim to go live at 1 p.m. GMT. I do have to take my mum to a hospital appointment, so it might get a bit delayed, but stay tuned on my stories, and I'll let you know as soon as I do confirm that time. But thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for the interaction. Mr. Pikachu 11 is saying, I agree. Absolutely, I'm always with you in your journey. Thank you very much to have you here. Be here by joining Activate 2022. Remember to use that code ACTIVATE to secure your £50 off. Click the link in my bio to join, and I will see you in the program next Tuesday, but I'll give you everything that you need to prepare to join the program as soon as you hit that button as well. So I'll see you here tomorrow, and I'll hopefully see you in Activate next week as well. All right, thank you so much for joining, and be with you very, very soon. Bye.